Welcome back. I'm going to give it a few minutes to see who joined us. I know it's a little late. Hey, Willa Dean, what's going on? Thank you for joining. I know it's a little late. It's real. It's a very early morning. Hey, Justin. Hey, everybody for coming in. Um, I have a thank you, Willa Dean. I have a few questions, and I just wanted to. I have some questions. I have some things I'd like to just talk about, and I really would appreciate your feedback. I believe the reading that I did earlier was very influential. So I've had been receiving emails, and before I really go to bed, I wanted to just try to address some of the emails. Okay, so let me know if it's okay. Anybody would like to participate in answering the questions. If you'd like to participate and you don't mind giving your advice or pointers, please type the letter, well, type yes. Type yes in the chat. Let me know that you're okay with answering a few questions. Just give your feedback. Okay. Oh, thank you, Justin. Anyone else? OG, hello. Thank you so much. We got any more people? Tabitha, hello. Okay. Let's see who else. You will skip. Okay, Willadine. Thank you for your feedback, though. Oh, no problem, Willadine. I appreciate your honesty. Thank you. I just appreciate you coming in this early. But thank you though. I understand it's totally volunteer. You don't have to. It's not required, you know. So let me go ahead and get started. I did it live last night. I believe it was last night or yesterday evening, and we were discussing um a few questions, a few things that we go through. Yeah, it was at the end of the reading last night, and I was sharing an experience that I've had with a gentleman that this was years ago, by the way. He became upset when I purchased protection. You know, I purchased protection to have at my home just in case we were to be intimate. And so I've had a subscriber to reach out to me, and they shared the same experience that they've always been one to try to prevent things if they could, pregnancy, STIs, STDs, and all of that. So, you know, so that this subscriber reached out to me, and it was like deja vu for her. So my question is, if anyone would like to chime in, what is what do you think the deal is when a guy would get upset if a woman decides to purchase condoms for her protection and his? Okay? Even way back when it happened to me a few years ago, I couldn't understand it. I shared that in the live reading from last night. But if you are a guy and you've ever had your lady to buy those things, you know, did you get upset, or did you just, you know, were you just grateful that she thought enough of her body, or Should a person be upset? What are your thoughts on that? Do you feel like the woman took your power away? It's such a sensitive topic for some people. I know, like me personally, I know, Justin. Me personally, and Brad even said, okay, let me see. Let me read before I get too far. It could be two things: that he wants to feel that it's not planned for. It makes him feel like she's saying indirectly he has a STD. Oh, I didn't. Yeah, I could see. I could see how a person could feel that way. Tabitha, self preservation is everything. I believe that. Hey, Alicia. Some men think with the wrong head. They're not thinking about protection. They're thinking about the feeling from the experience. Okay, that's true. I mean, yeah, I agree. I agree with you on that. And that's some men. People should be thankful that they're with other people that are responsible in all things. Oh, gee, thank you. You bring a lot of wisdom. Everybody brings so much wisdom. Yeah, I know with me, with my experience, I just couldn't understand why the guy got so upset. I mean, and we were in college. I couldn't understand why he got so upset when I was just being proactive. I was like, okay, if this may or may not happen, but I want to be covered. I want to be, you know, I'm comfortable with everything. Pisces, no filter. Oh yeah, LG. You get what I'm saying? I want to be and I was, like I said, I was in college, and I wanted to be proactive. I didn't want things to go to a certain level and I not have any protection. Hey, Willadine, as a person that is living with HIV, more conversation need to be done from the beginning. Okay, Willadine, thanks for sharing. Willadine, when you say more conversation from the beginning, could you elaborate on that? Like your experience, if you don't mind, if you feel comfortable, but I do appreciate you coming and saying that because that's very helpful to a lot of people. Um, when you say that there should be more upfront conversations, could you elaborate a little bit on that? Thank you, OG. I appreciate you so much. A person. Okay, I already read that one. And Alicia, if you're still here, I know I was, before I get too far ahead. So, Alicia, could you share a little bit about why would you, if you think, which I agree that some men may think with the wrong head. Okay, could you share in this situation, if that's the case, wouldn't it seem like the man would be appreciative if the woman, has her own and can say, "Hey, let me get that, let me get this, and we can both be safe." You know, take your time, Willadine. He didn't know better. You were supposed to give him the speech. The speech that starts with one moment of pleasure is worth a lifetime of pain. Oh, okay. Tabitha. So Tabitha thinks that men that get upset about something like this don't know any better. It could be a case of maturity. But the subscriber reached out to me because she is going through or has been through this recently. And with the world, I mean, the situation happened to me over 10 years ago, and things are a lot different now. There's still, You still got to be careful, but it's even worse now. So I can understand where she's coming from because I've been there. Um, but this particular subscriber said that the guy, he was different with her. And after their moment together, he called her and he wanted to know why was she buying condoms. And the fact, and then he went on to say, have we ever done anything and I didn't buy condoms? And see, the thing is, he took it personally, which to me, based on what she said in the email, that was very basic. It seems like he would be proud. Seemed like he would be proud that she took it upon herself to protect herself. Or do you think it's just an excuse? Good feedback, everybody. OG, you feel like it's an excuse? I kind of do too. Cuz to me that's not really anything to get um upset about, in my opinion. I don't feel like it is. And then I have a question regarding um dating people with children as well. Oh, we're up late. Hey Tina, good to have you. Great. You just come in at the nick of time. Okay. I was sharing, I don't know if you saw my reading from last night. I was doing some Q&A subscriber questions and I shared my experience over 10 years ago about a guy that got upset because I purchased condoms trying to be safe, right? For both of us. I had a subscriber that reached out to me. Oh no, you may have to click your notification. Try that. Try to click the notification bell off and click it back on. So Tina, yeah. So with my situation over 10 years ago, I had a guy that got upset because I purchased condoms for safe sex. And I always, wanted to remain proactive. Um, so this lady reached out to me and she's been through the same thing. Okay. And she reached out to me and she wants to know why would a man get upset if she purchased condoms, because I believe she was thinking along the same lines that I was. Like he should, like, wouldn't he be proud that she was proactive? Like she's thinking about her safety as well as his. That's the question, Tina. All right, what do we got here? OG says, if anything, like we've all said here, it should have been relayed to the person that they're being very responsible. But we're dealing with people that are not woken up to many things. That's true. Alicia, men don't think about your safety or theirs when they're thinking about the pleasure they can get without plastic. This is immature on his part. May have not had the conversation with mom or dad or mom. Yeah. We have to remember who we allow in our space and energy. That's true, OG. One would think, but men and that whole feeling crap. What is he hiding? Oh, let me go back and read your messages. Wait a minute. My past life, I would ask my partner, are you good? Are you clean? Are you straight? Instead of being direct and clear of my questions. So now I speak directly and clear from the jump. What is he hiding? My spouse knew his dad is in, avoid us getting tested, so I wouldn't find out that he was positive the whole. Okay, take your time. they'll risk it all for a feeling. Tina, I believe that. And I'm not speaking bad on my fellas now, because we do have some very responsible men. I'm just talking about the other population that are not, and then we have some not so responsible women too. So it has nothing to do with gender. I'm not gender bashing at all. I'm just speaking of the population that may not be keen to using protection for whatever the reason. Okay. That's what I'm referring. Those pretty much what I'm referring to. And so now this person, the subscriber, is concerned because he has become distant and also not really talking, not really taking her calls. Okay. And after this, then I'm gonna go into I have another scenario with the subscriber dating someone with children. Okay. Excuse me, I apologize, everybody. This is a little late for me, but I felt when I was going through my emails before I was getting ready to really lay down, I felt like these situations I could kind of jump on and get some feedback regarding these. I know personally for me, anybody else, if you have any other comments about the condoms, for me, I felt and I still feel like it's a responsible thing to do. That does not mean that that woman or that man has anything to hide necessarily. But if you got somebody that's saying, hey, I want to buy condoms so that I can make sure we have condoms, I feel like that's a very responsible person. That person cares about their body, they care about their life, they care about the body and life of someone else. I don't feel like it's a sign that, oh, this person is just sleeping around, or oh, this person is doing this, or this person is doing that. I don't feel like it's anything like that. But that's just me. And why would somebody get upset over that? I have no idea. But we all have different ways of expressing ourselves for different reasons. I have to go. Peace, love, and knowledge to all. Here I pray in my Father's name. Thank you, OG. These are critical, crucial conversations all parents should have with their children. Boys and girls should be educated on safe sex as youth. I agree. She dodged a bullet. Yeah, Tabitha. Yes, and there are responsible men and women who put safety first because you never know. My spouse knew. Thank you, Tina. Willa Dean, my spouse knew his status from the beginning. When I wanted to get tested, he would avoid getting tested so I wouldn't know that he was positive. Tina says, even married people can catch something. You never know what people truly do, and not no, not everyone is unfaithful. Energy should match when it comes to safe sex. If not, walk away. Alicia, yes, thank you for sharing. Great insight. I agree. I agree. Okay, if you got anything else you'd like to add about that question, feel free to use the chat. I'm going to go ahead and go to the second scenario. Okay, we did talk about dating someone that has children. And this scenario I received in an email stating that I'm assuming now, based on the email, this woman is dating a man who has children, and she notices that when the children call him when they're together, the father, he gets a bit nervous, or he has to go to the other room, for privacy or whatever like that, which is cool because I mean, you don't expect anything less. So she asked him, do you get nervous when your children call when we're together? Because You know, do your children call when we're together? Do you get nervous? And he immediately got upset, which to me, if he got upset, then that's a clear yes. And I can understand a parent being nervous, especially if they're dealing with somebody new and they get nervous when they're trying to not introduce their children to somebody else until they know it's serious. But this man got upset and he didn't really talk to her the rest of the day, right? And they usually speak after he gets off work. And she said that she noticed his phone was off. So it's like now she doesn't know what to think. So, anyone, if you can share any insight or if you feel like it's just totally immature, totally a waste of time, say that. I'm going to give my insight because for me, it's easier for me to get up here versus having to email this long email. That's why I love these lives here. Me personally, I can't speak for the situation that this woman was in because I wasn't there. I'm not there with it. But if this guy gets upset because you ask him questions, why is he getting upset? Why are you getting up? That's a simple question. And really, all he had to do was say, "Oh no, no, I'm not uncomfortable. No, I don't want my children knowing about you yet, but I'm not uncomfortable." Or he could have said, "Hey, it does make me feel a little uncomfortable because I haven't really dated anyone in a while and stuff like that. Haven't done that in a while, so." Yeah, it does make me feel uncomfortable, but that has nothing to do with you. He could have, hey, Tabitha, big waste of time. Yeah, he got upset, Tina, because she asked the question, hey, are you uncomfortable when your children call you and you and I are together? See, his children they haven't met her yet. They haven't met her yet. So with the question, he got upset and he, just stops. I guess he pulls back his conversation and all this stuff. The condom isn't the issue. It's more what's his level of education regarding STD and STI. Oh, Willadine. Oh, whoa, whoa. Okay. I'm there with you on that. I didn't even think about it. And Alicia shared something along those lines. The condom isn't the issue. It's more what's his level of education regarding STD and STI. Yeah. Tina said he's hiding something. It could be because why would somebody get so upset like that? And he probably was, Tabitha. Is it your kids or me? You know? Because she said he immediately got on the defense and he didn't have to. Tina says, okay, I would just say, hey, I'm out or busy right now. If my children call, why get upset? I have no clue. And see, with me, um, I'm not a parent yet, so I don't know how that. I mean, I don't think I would if I'm talking to somebody new. I don't think I would get upset if he were to ask me like, hey, Empress, do you feel uncomfortable when your kids call when you and I are together, or is everything cool? I think I would have been like, oh no, I don't get uncomfortable. They haven't met you yet, but I'm not uncomfortable at all. Alicia says he should have been able to answer her without getting upset. She needs to know the why. She should ask, why did that question make you upset? I agree, Alicia. Tina, is this the same man who upset? No, no, no. This is a different situation. Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have said that. Okay, wasn't Tabitha? That the second question is a different email. Okay. wasn't kids on the phone anyway. It probably was another woman. Yeah, it was. She said it was children. She and how tense he became. And he tells her that he wants to make sure that they are good before he introduce her to his children. I totally get that. I totally understand that. And I get a lot of emails, with parents, men and women saying, "Hey, I want to make sure that this relationship is solid before I start bringing you around my kids because they may get attached." You know, I've heard it several times over. He's a sugar daddy. Tina, yes, Alicia. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Hey Yoka. Yeah, she said it was definitely his child, his teenager. I don't know how long she's been seeing the guy, but she could tell it was really his child. She just noticed his body language. And she did share that she told him in the email. I remember she put this in quotations. She said that she told him that he didn't have to tell her that his children come first because that's common sense. And she wouldn't expect anything less than for him to put his children first. She told him, she said, "I'd never try to step in front of that." So basically, she was telling him, "You don't have to be so defensive with me because I'm not coming at you like that. I just asked a question." Because he immediately got into "my kids come before anybody" and all that kind of stuff. I mean, my kids come before anybody. And quite naturally, yeah, your children gonna come first. But so I just feel like if he got upset over a small question like that, then maybe he is not ready for the type of connection that this subscriber wants. Hey, Alicia, let me see what you wrote. Thank you so much. Do see his point. There was no harm in sharing his point of view without hostility. He has issues. I believe that. Hey, Yoka. Thank you. Tina, he sounds controlling already. Yeah, it's just to me it's very weird behavior. It's weird behavior, especially an adult, because honestly, that was a simple answer. And to be real, the subscriber should have never been in a position where she had to come out and say, "Hey, look, you know." She should have never had to come out and say, "Hey, look, I get it, your children come first, but you don't have to tell me that. I already know that." Because it seemed like he was trying to create something between, and it probably wasn't even like that. Alicia, I'm right there with you, girl. He definitely needs a timeout for real. And sometimes a timeout can be a great thing. Need time to think. Need time to think and process. Why would you get upset because somebody just asked? You get uncomfortable when I'm around and you're talking to your kids. You know, the kids come first. Discussion comes before you ever step out on a date. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. everybody knows pretty much that a person's children are going to come first. I mean, that's obvious. But why beat somebody over the head with it when the person already knows this? Maybe he did that because he wasn't ready and was looking for a way out. He could have been, Tina. He might feel overwhelmed. That's true, Tina. He may feel overwhelmed having this, trying to be a dad to his kid, trying to be respectful, trying to look at this lady as a potential suitor. He may not have been ready. And a subscriber, if you're listening to this or you see this later on today, recognize that it had nothing to do with you. You didn't do anything wrong. You were simply asking a question, and you had a very valid reason for asking. He probably was protecting her and knowing his kids can be smart. He just was mad at them and not really her. Now, Willa Dean, now that's true because you know your kids. Sometimes children can say some stuff that's just like, whoa, you know. Sometimes they can say some stuff and you're like, wait a minute. So all that is true. But I say don't feel bad for asking such a question. You know, some people, Tina says, some people have a hard time saying how they feel, whether it's good or bad, because they don't want to hurt the other person's feelings. That's true. That's true. And I will add that she asked him what did he want out of the situation that they had going on. And he said he wanted to take things slow and see where it goes together. Ultimately, he said he would like to have a strong connection with her, but he would like to take it slow and get to know each other better, especially before she meets his family and especially his children. Now, if he's really honest with that, I respect that. I really do. If he's being honest. If he's being honest. I don't like when people say that. Okay. Closed mouths don't get bad. Thank you, Tabitha. Much respect for him if he made the comment. If he made that comment, much respect, you know? And sometimes people need time to think and process everything, you know? And that's okay too. Because when you take your time, you take your time. But some, not all, some want to just jump straight in the bed, you know? That's true, Tina. That's true. I guess maybe he's referring to them just talking, like that process where you're getting to know each other better. Alicia says, absolutely. Process the question before responding. It seems like he may not know his mate very well. Time to revisit relationship goals. I agree, Alicia. It takes time. It takes time. And even then, over time, there still could be something new that pops up. The communication may be off. The communication may be off because he was thinking that she was, I guess, trying to come before his kids in some weird way. And if what she mentioned truly happened that way, it doesn't seem like she was trying to come in between him and his kids. It just seems like she just wanted to know, you know, she just wanted to know, did he get nervous? Did he feel different? Tina says dating is hard these days. I hear a lot of stories and exactly what we're talking about here. It makes no sense. Yeah, Tina, it's a lot. I get different emails, primarily about the same situation. And he get upset. I mean, I'm not him. I don't know why he would get upset. I'm not her. I can empathize with what she went through. Excuse me. But being upset, I'm not understanding. Why would you get upset over questions? If you really care about this woman, if this is somebody you're potentially trying to date and all that, if you really care, why do you get upset? I think she should just fall back, give him space, and continue to focus on self. Hey, Willadine, was that implicated before he had her drop? Oh, man. What do you mean? Take it slow? Alicia, absolutely, especially if things started out a superficial manner. Friends first, get to know the person, their triggers, family, etc. I agree. And then I have another scenario, everybody. Um, what do you? I know the sex before marriage is taboo, according to biblical sense and different religions. What do you think about people that engage in the activity, but then they look down on their partner afterwards? Okay. That's something that I've ran across in the emails. So you have sex before marriage or whatever, two consensual adults, and then the other person says, well, we've sinned and we're not married. Like, but you knew what you were doing beforehand. Tina says they get upset, the males and females, but I'm like, how do they have morals, values, and boundaries all of a sudden? That's true. Yeah. I'm going to share a story similar of my own. I dated a guy one time and he was uh super duper religious or whatever like that. Supposedly, okay? Alicia said deal breaker. Supposedly he was and I'm not knocking his belief system, but this man had already had premarital sex. He, not judging or anything like that. But the one thing that he would always say is, I know some real Christian women and all that kind of stuff. And him and I, we were together for a while. And we did engage in a few things. Um, and so I can relate to this subscriber that wrote me about that. And after it happened, he immediately became distant, and he started treating me as if I was damaged goods, but he was participating in the act as well. You get what I'm saying? And that confused me. Can that be a front to make it seem like he cared for his children to win her heart? Oh, Willa Dean. There is no telling. Let me read that again. Willa Dean, to the question about the child. Okay. Can that be a front to make it seem like he cared for his children to win her heart? You mean to win the woman's heart that asked the question about the daughter or the son calling? Double standards are confusing. Yeah, Tabitha. Oh my gosh. I was so confused. And I can imagine this subscriber, she's confused as well. The take it up. That is a good point. That's why I like these lives, because we got so many. Let me read that again. Willa Dean, this is going to the question about the man with the children, and the subscriber asking him, do you get nervous or anything when your children call, and we're together. Willa Dean says, can that be a front to make it seem like he cared for his children to win her heart? You know what? Anything is possible. Anything is possible. I feel like the guy is confused. He may not exactly know what he wants. And the thing is, he may have met a real woman that doesn't have a problem asking tough questions. And maybe he's different. Maybe he's used to a different kind of woman. Someone that he has to be defensive with. Someone that he has to really put them in their place. He may be accustomed to that, and he probably has run across a woman that she can ask the questions, but she doesn't necessarily have to debate with him. She could be a bit more mature than he is. He better find another way to win her heart. Acting foolish ain't it. Be yourself, let it flow. Alicia, yeah, or he's going to miss out on a good person. I don't even know the subscriber like that. I'm just saying I consider all of you great men and women who are healing and thriving. You know, Tina says, "Girl, I had a guy friend. Man asked me out to dinner. He never worked out though. He just talked. It never worked out though. But he told me he does nothing against God. Okay, premarital sex was okay because we're human. Yeah, we are human." And there's no sin greater than the other. I'm not saying that it's the right thing to do, but we are human and things happen. Please make it make sense, y'all. Laugh out loud. It was such a turn off. I get it. So this guy could miss out, men and women, because men and women go through the same things. He could miss out, or she could miss out on a good person playing games or being indecisive. And then once the questions about whether or not he gets nervous regarding the children, all of a sudden, when he gets off work, he turns his phone off. So she can't reach him, and they usually talk after he gets off work. So to me, that's childish, because what he knows is he knew she was going to try to reach out. That was a given, you know? Tina says, is he married? She didn't mention that. She didn't mention that. Yeah. Let me see. Let me read the comments. Tina says, and she just doesn't know. Not sure, Tina. Like I said, anything is possible. Willadine says, yes to the children calling. Okay. Yeah. Tabitha says she needs to ghost him for good. I can't say that I disagree. I think it's just too much. It's too much worry for Hey, Driana. Hey. Driana, which scenario are you speaking of? You said interesting. Seems like there is always more to the story. Yeah, she should be done with that. I agree, Tina. I agree. And if the subscriber is watching, I won't put the name out there. Almost did. I'm gonna say it's anonymous subscriber. If you're watching this, know that you didn't do anything wrong. You probably really cared for this guy. You probably cared about him. You probably was thinking that it could work out. But if he's gonna just go off a whim and not respect your feelings at all, and you're just trying to get an understanding of things, he may not be the guy for you. And if he's gonna turn his phone off and all this stuff and you can't reach him, he may not be the guy for you. Because in life, there are going to be challenges all around, all the time. Knowing what I know now, if a man gets so he doesn't want to take my calls, I usually will just go ahead and let him feel my absence for a while. And then when I feel like I'm ready to speak, then we can have a conversation, you know? Okay. This current scenario, I will go back and view the entire footage. Disrespect only leads to more of it. Okay, Driana, yeah. Driana, by the way, um, I had an additional email regarding the whole condom scenario. This lady reached out and said that she could relate to what we talked about in the reading yesterday about having a man that got upset that because she bought condoms. And so, yeah, we were talking about that as well, Driana. Why do you think a man would get upset because the woman that he's with is being proactive, buying protection to make sure there's protection there? Tabitha says, we all desire a fulfilling relationship, but we must be patient for God to send our absolute soulmate. That's true. Tina, no, you didn't do anything wrong, but if he felt comfortable getting upset with you over a question, what's he gonna do later when he's comfortable with you? Yes, Tina. Thank you for that. Or he knew she's strong minded. One, and she's like the FBI, CIA, and everything else. Willa Dean. Oh, now that may be it. That may be it. Willa Dean says, or he knew she's strong minded. One, and she's like the FBI, CIA, and everything else. Absolutely. That could be it too. Because sometimes when people are not They're not easy to manipulate. Some people have a problem with that. That's true, Alicia. Yeah, I like that. Some people have a problem when you're not easy to manipulate because they don't feel like they can control you. They feel like you have this whole different way. You have this different vibe about you. So all they know how to do is to get mad. And if he got mad and he stopped wanting to take her calls and all that, I say let him be mad. They get testy real quick. Yeah. I say let him be mad. If he got mad over that, let him be mad. You know. That's Driana. She hit the nail on the head with that one. She hit the nail on the head. Willa Dean did with that one. That's so true. He could very easily be a bit intimidated because of a strong mind. And you can't manipulate it like that. Yep. I feel the same way. I feel like there's so much more to get upset about other than somebody wanting to protect themselves. Yep, he'll get over it or not, but he'll learn today. Alicia, yeah. I mean, it's more than fair. And I would just like to tell the subscriber dealing with that, enjoy your beautiful life. If this man is for you, he will come and get you. He will come and get you. Let him go. He'll come and get you. If he's for you, he'll come back for you. If he gets mad and he get upset, if you are the woman that he can't stop thinking about and he want to be with, he will straighten himself up and he will do what he has to do to keep you. If he doesn't do that, then he probably wasn't the man for you. He probably wasn't the man for you. Even if you wanted him to be. You deserve respect, and right now he's not showing that. That's true. Alicia said, "Yeah, yeah, that's hard. It's hard for us ladies to understand that a lot of times, but it's real. I had to learn it myself. If a man really wants you, if he really really wants you, and he knows you're a good person, maybe you're not perfect, but and who is? But if he really wants you and he don't want anyone else to have you, he's going to come and get you. He's going to make it known. But if he doesn't make it known and he's not responding in a way that's helpful and healthy, then you already know what you're dealing with. Dealing with somebody that doesn't quite see your value yet. They don't quite see it. They know you're a good person now. Don't get me wrong. They know you're valuable, or else they wouldn't talk to you at all. But they don't know how to accept your value because it comes with the only option, which is you have a free mind and spirit. You can't be easily swayed. You don't do all that calling and hanging up and all that childish stuff. You're doing what feels natural to you. And let's go into the last one, everybody. How do you feel about either a man or woman telling the other one about another man or woman? Say, for instance, if you're on a job and your partner has a job, right? And when you talk to your partner about how their day has been, And then they come out and tell you about somebody that's into them, somebody that's flirting with them, they tell you all these things, right? About whoever may want them. How do you feel about that? Do you feel like that's something like that's valuable? Do you feel like that person's doing that to make you jealous? Do you feel like that person just doesn't care? Or could there be something going on? How do you feel about that? Just telling you something outright, like this person want me, this person doing that. And it's like, and for me, I don't understand why a person would do that unless they're trying to get a reaction. Mm-hmm. Alicia, I agree. Could you elaborate a little bit? I agree. Because me personally, if I'm really into somebody, I'm not going to tell my person I'm trying to get to know. I'm not going to tell them about some work crush. You know, Tina, it doesn't really bother me if that was truly part of their day. Other thoughts would be insecurity. That's true. I see where you're going with that. I see where you're going with that. Hey, G, the point is for me, the person to get to know you. That's information that could have been left out. I agree. How is that helping the scenario? I'm sorry to hear that, G. I don't know how that would help telling somebody that people are crushing on you at work or whatever. Hey, Blue Lagoon. I don't see how that's helping a person to get to know somebody. Anybody else would like to share about that? Nart, possibly, Alicia. Some people are very attractive to the point where it can't be unnoticed. That's true, Tina. I don't doubt that. But if that's the case, why would that person tell the person that they're interested in about that scenario? Get what I'm saying? It just seems like they would keep that to themselves, but everybody's different. Because if I'm interested in somebody, last thing I would want them to think is that I'm dealing with somebody on my job or I'm dealing with somebody else when I'm away from them. I just wouldn't want to place any kind of doubt in their mind. Willa Dean. I do have a question, but this has nothing to do with the questions. But I've been trying. I've had people that have been trying to call my line. Does anybody have issues with their cell phone ringing twice and going to voicemail? What could be going on with my phone? If anybody, because it'll ring twice, and I'm from what I'm hearing, people are trying to call me. It'll ring twice, and then it goes to voicemail. Could I have it set a certain way, and I don't know? Because I'm going to look through my settings after this live. The comment was unnecessary. Character speaks volumes. Oh, wow. Alicia, you talking about regarding people that are interested in the person at work or wherever? Tina, there's also beautiful, handsome people who don't view themselves that way but get told it all the time. That's true. Yeah. I agree. I think the comment was unnecessary. Mine is going straight to voicemail, but our towers are being replaced. Okay. Cause it's like I've been having some issues. I have Verizon, and it'll people that are trying the people that are trying to contact me, they're saying that it'll ring two times and go straight to my voicemail. So I'm like, what could be going on with that? Because I don't always see the calls, but then again, I don't really know what's going on. I just wonder if anybody else. We've been having some different weather on the East Coast, so anything's possible. 222. Okay. I believe it's a little messy too, Alicia. It just I don't know um I don't know. I just feel like it's just I feel like it's messy. I feel like it's unnecessary energy. It's too much confusion. When you gotta sit up and think too much about a situation like that, it's just way too much confusion. And that man or woman may not be for you. And that's okay. That's okay. And don't feel bad for taking a risk and trying to love somebody and trying to see if you two could have something. Don't feel bad for that. But sometimes certain things just don't work. 'Cause it takes more than one person. Alicia says, I guess at my age and experience with relationships, I don't have the energy for the foolishness. Exactly. Tina said there's no excuse to babysit a man or woman that's doing it is. It's way too much. It's way too much. And it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that. But I do know when a man or a woman want to be with you, you'll know. You will know. And you won't have to sit around and just think and worry all the time. And when you put your phone on do not disturb, does it go straight to voicemail, everybody? I'm just trying to figure out why people are saying when they call me that it rings twice and goes to voicemail. Because I'm going to troubleshoot it in just a few moments, but I'm receiving text messages like every time I call, it goes to voicemail. Hey, Danny, great to have you. Okay, Danny, I know you're just coming in. I want Danny to, okay, Driana. Danny, I got a question for you. I will, Alicia. Let me read Driana's message. The last question is a little tricky, depends on so many factors, such as his maturity, amongst other things. I agree. I have a friend who trips if the man don't respond in minutes, and I'm like, that is so dang much. It's not even my man. I'm getting a headache and will all that nonsense. It can go straight to voicemail if the phone is busy. Okay. Yeah, it's like people are telling me that my phone will ring 2 times and then it goes to voicemail. Okay. Danny, we're always looking for good insight. I'm trying to pick the question that was a highlight this tonight so far. Okay, I reading emails and I got a few questions as always. And instead of me replying in long messages, I decided to get up here and let you, ladies and gentlemen, give feedback. So, Danny, the question that I had, and if anybody else didn't answer before, please feel free to put in the comment section. The question I had for a woman that reached out to me, she said that she notices whenever the guy that she's talking to, when they're around each other, and his children call, she notices that he gets a bit different. He gets a bit nervous. Now she hasn't met his children and she hasn't met his family yet because they've started talking. And he told her that he wanted to make sure that they were good before before he introduced her to his family and all of that, which is understandable. So his child called while they were together and she noticed the body language that he was different. So she asked him, she says, well, do you get nervous whenever your child calls and you and I are together? And he immediately got upset and he took it as if she was saying something about, oh, this is the one of the first or second ones. Yeah. So he took it as she was being defensive or trying to, I don't know how he took it exactly, but in the email, the lady was saying that all she did was ask him, does it make him uncomfortable when his children call and they are together? And one thing led to another. And then all of a sudden he says, no matter what, my children comes first before anybody. And so the lady says, you don't have to pretty much slap me over the head with that. Common sense would tell me, I know your children come first. I'm not trying to come first in your life. So, Danny, my question is, what do you think what could have been the reason for such an outburst from this guy when all the lady was doing was just asking him, do you get nervous when we're together and the phone rings and it's your family or whatever like that? And to answer your question, I think the situation is fairly new. Even if it's a reconciliation, it's fairly new, and nobody really knows that these two are speaking or seeing each other. Anyone else, if you'd like to chime in, please feel free. Okay, Danny, what do you mean? Okay, yes, he's uncomfortable because he can be hiding. Do you mean he could be hiding as far as his children or what? Hey, BRBR, totally understandable. But if he was truly really ready to move on, then this is something he should have spoken about with his children. Glad you said that. I agree. Thank you, Tina. Thank you for clearing that up. Yeah, the second, yeah, she got it right. To me, it feels like he is more afraid that his children may tell their mother. That's what I thought about that too. Danny says he's not ready to take it to the next level. He's nervous how they will react. Thank you, Driana, for asking. I agree, Danny. It feels to me like he's nervous. I think he likes the subscriber. I think he probably likes her a lot. But he has obligations and he's in clearly nervous for people to know what he's up to. Blue Lagoon, energetically speaking, it seems like something is a little off. It's the defensiveness for me. I agree. That's a good question, BRBR. Honestly, if she is she the first person he dated? Let me tell you something, BR. It's funny you mentioned that. In that email, she did mention that he had shared with her that there was a relationship that he had previously and it just became messy due to social media. The ex-girlfriend or the child's mom contacted the new woman on social media and they were going back and forth about whatever. So he could have some trauma from that, or something. Danny says why he's hiding something. If he liked her a lot, he would not snap back with my children. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. BRBR. Oh, are you talking about well, there you go. You talking about the Facebook thing? That's the problem. He does not want the mother to know. That could be it. That could be it. I agree. Blue Lagoon. Yeah, he needs to heal. I agree. This is a situation as to where they may broken up but not over with. Oh, but BRBR. This is a situation as to where they may be broken up but not over with. That's true. She did mention that he said that he was ready to move on. I mean, a person can say anything, but he did say he wanted to move on, and he's even told the mom that he wanted to move forward and that they should only be speaking in regards to the child, and and all of that. I think we talked a little bit about a question similar in the reading yesterday, where the mom pretty much said that her and her ex-husband shouldn't be speaking unless it's about the child, and their children were old enough to have cell phones. So really the ex-husband didn't really have to call her because they were old enough to speak for themselves. Danny says to get deeper, he's playing games, having someone around in case it doesn't work. You mean the new person or the old person? BR. Mm. Let me read it again. Okay. Yeah, it just seems like to me, if he really truly moved on and is trying to have a different life, it just seems like there would be, I think, and that's when we need Brad in here. I think that it would just be more solidified. BR says he's looking to move on, but he is not. Well, see, here's the thing, BR. She did mention that anytime that he has tried to move on, he gets some threats about not seeing his child. Okay. Sounds like something happened in a past relationship where there wasn't a resolve. Somebody is in this dynamic wasn't happy. If the kid's old enough, there's no reason to speak to the baby mama. You mean it's not over with the mom, so he has the new one to fall back on when it finally ends. Ugh. Y'all, you know what? I just want everybody to have a happy relationship. I do. I just, you ladies and gentlemen, especially the ones that watch my live readings. I'm talking, man, y'all have so much wisdom, and I love y'all. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I love y'all. If you haven't heard nobody love you, I love y'all for real. Y'all are my besties. I have best friends in life, but y'all are my besties. Y'all are my besties because it's like I got my own soul tribe up here. Thank you, Danny. I got my own soul tribe, man. Y'all get it. Y'all get it. Thank you, Alicia. It makes sense. His previous relationship has no closure. I agree. But it's clear that he likes this woman. It's something about this lady that he likes. I don't know if she brings a different vibe. I don't know what it is, but it's something about the subscriber that he likes. I think he needs to clean up his situation before he can go forward with this person. Driana, that's true. And I commend him for telling the woman that he want to move slow because he know how he feel. He know how he feel, you know. But if there's a chance with the mom, he doesn't want her to know about the other. Well, Tina, he said he didn't want the mom back. He said he didn't want the mom back. The mom has been with several guys since they've been apart, and we talked about that earlier. But doesn't mean he doesn't still care about the mom. Driana, he needs to heal. I see it now. Yeah. If he truly wanted to move on, he would definitely make that situation done and clear before he breaks another heart. Clean up the past baggage he's holding on. Mm-hmm. And I don't know how it feels, y'all. Because I don't have any children of my own. So I don't know about that bond there. There's definitely a bond that will always be. Um, but Danny says need to look at the pros and cons, follow intuition and take action. He's still going through it with the mom. The subscriber is just going to get drugged into the mess. Blue Lagoon, I can tell you this. The only way that subscriber will not get drugged into a situation like that is if she can stand her own. She gotta be a woman. If you're watching this subscriber that reached out to me, She gotta be a woman that can hold her own. If that woman starts coming at her disrespectful, she gotta shut it down. Or if this is a man dealing with a baby daddy or whatever, baby's father. I hate saying baby daddy. A child's father. Um, and this disrespect, you gotta shut it down on your end. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you for coming in, girl. Definitely need your insight. I appreciate you so much. I'm about to let y'all go because I know we all got to get ready for work tomorrow. I know I do. Y'all know. I'm on YouTube and I'm everywhere. I wear multiple hats. But I felt so strongly about getting up here, man. I just felt like I needed to just share this. She activated, let me read this. She activated something in his mind that needs to be healed. It's good. She saw that response, see it for what it is. Thank you, Driana. She will have to see for herself. It feels like all of this is okay. Blue Lagoon, she will have to see for herself if she feels like all of this is worth it. Okay. BR, she should not allow herself to be put in that situation. Remember, children are a lifetime deal. Does she want to live like this for years? It's a good question. Danny, it can be scary to get into something new. We have trust issues because of the past shadow work. Be honest with yourself, regardless if it's scary. Felicia, I can't take any chances for a few moments of a passion. Raw is for husbands. Oh, okay. She's reading the condom. She's looking at the condom videos. I'm like, what? Raw? Uh huh. Driana. Yeah. Not healing will have blockages. I say if he's working through and trying to get past trauma and he really care about this subscriber, definitely they need to take it slow. Because there could be a time where it could be an activation where he's like, okay, I'm ready to go forward now. I'm ready to move forward with this woman now. But I still think the subscriber should have her own life, do her own thing, try not to make hasty decisions, you know, and all that. Take it slow, put all the cards on the table, and take it from there. Thank you, Danny. Really appreciate your energy. I wish Brad was in here, but I'm sure he'll watch it tomorrow. Hopefully he'll give a little insight. Y'all know how Brad is. Then when he's ready, he should start dating, not before. I agree. BR. Well, Tina, that's true. But sometimes the baby mamas they can do some stuff like try to make it so the father can't see the child. It's a whole thing with that sometimes. Not saying it's an excuse, but that stuff is it's just wild sometimes. But thank you everybody for your feedback. I definitely don't want my device to cut off when you got 4%. So make sure you have a great night and we will finish this up tomorrow. Okay. Take care of yourself. Stay safe and blessed. Remember, if you have any comments that you didn't mention tonight, please save them and put them in the chat tomorrow. Okay. Grow pair and put baby mama in her place. I agree, BR. So make sure you save your comments if you didn't get a chance to say what you wanted to say tonight. We will be back on tomorrow, okay? Have a great one, everybody. Thank you for your feedback. Okay, see you tomorrow. Be blessed. Bye.